Don't care if you're my grandma. You
26-year-old Jake boxing. Well, lo and behold, tonight he mothers maiden name with how bad I'm going to embarrass him. Well, the truth.
As soon as the bell sounded, it was clear this fight wouldn't take time to heat up. Anthony Joshua moved straight to the center of the ring without hesitation. Chin down, guard tight, eyes fixed on Jake Paul. There was no testing phase, no unnecessary movement. From the first second, it was serious heavyweight intent. He established his jab right away. Fast, firm, and deliberate. It wasn't thrown just to measure distance. It was a statement. Jake tried circling, staying light on his feet, but every move was red. Joshua didn't rush him. He slowly cut off the ring, step by step, forcing Jake to reset repeatedly. By the midpoint of round one, the size gap was already making an impact. Joshua's jab snapped Jake's head back twice, clean shots that brought noise from the crowd. Jake threw an overhand right, the punch he's leaned on for most of his career, but it missed wide past Joshua's shoulder. AJ responded calmly with a jab to the body, followed by another to the head. In round two, the tempo shifted. Joshua started stepping in with his punches, adding power while staying controlled. A right hand to the body bent Jake slightly, just enough to slow him down. Jake answered back, but his shots lacked the same impact. Joshua took them without losing his flow.
Scaled at already 17 stone, 2 pounds, 13 ounces. In 2012, he captured Olympic gold. And now, as a professional, in 24 bouts, his record stands at 23 victories.
Midway through the round, Joshua timed a clean right hand over Jake's jab. Jake staggered backward toward the ropes, his eyes flashing wide for a brief moment. Joshua stayed on him, firing a left hook followed by another right. Jake hit the canvas for the first time, seated on the mat and nodding at the referee, almost reassuring himself he was okay. Jake managed to rise before the count ended, but the fight had shifted. Joshua sensed it immediately. He moved forward with control and patience, landing steady combinations that pushed Jake into pure survival. Another right hand dropped Jake again, this one heavier, closer to the ropes. The referee stepped between them and waved it off. In an instant, it was finished. Once everything settled, reactions poured in quickly because this fight was never only about what unfolded inside the ring. It represented everything that led to this moment. From the beginning, boxing veterans had warned this matchup carried real danger. Mike Tyson had said it years earlier after Joshua's loss to Usyk. He urged AJ to keep moving forward, to believe in his ability, and to never forget who he truly was. Watching this showing, it was obvious Joshua took that advice to heart.
At the end here, is it the end if he takes on Anthony Joshua next week, if the fight happens?
It looks like it's going to be the end on paper if Joshua hit him the way he's supposed to hit him. But if not, if they use, I don't know what type of rules they got involved, but if it's an all-out war, it should be his last fight. But like I keep saying, he got enough money to pay for the hospital bill, so it's okay.
Did you see the skills in Jake Paul at the start? Does he have the skills to beat AJ?
When I've seen when he was young, he had the determination, and he's done a phenomenal job as a guy who just got into boxing late and dedicated himself to make himself to fight Mike Tyson, to fight all these different fights he had. So
Tyson wasn't referring to hype or promotion. He meant fundamentals, ring experience, and mental strength. That mentality was visible the second Joshua entered the ring. Calm, locked in, and completely emotionless.
Voice would you give to somebody like AJ?
That he has a lot of talent and not to get discouraged. He only loses when he quits. When you quit, all the doors of opportunities close. You know what I mean? You have to be game. And then don't get discouraged if you lose. Listen, you just lost. You may have got $30 million. You should give Usyk a kiss and say, can we do this again? Don't let this internalize you. Oh, I can't fight now. This white boy kicked my ass. People laughing at me. No, he kicked my ass for $50 million or $30 million. I hope he kicks my ass again. This time it might not work out that way. I'm gonna kick his ass. I just think the more time you lay off, the worse you get. You have to fight to be the best. You have to do it more and more and more.
Tommy Fury was also direct when a matchup came up, choosing not to soften his words. He said that if he managed to defeat Jake Paul, then people should consider what Anthony Joshua would do to him. After rewatching the fight, that comment feels hard to argue with.
3, 2, 1, let's go. Wow. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The size difference by itself was massive. Joshua weighed around 245 pounds, while Jake was still at cruiserweight. Joshua stood 6 feet 6 inches, Jake just over 6 feet 1 inch. Longer reach, heavier punches, and a bigger gas tank. This wasn't only about skill. It was about physicality. Roy Jones Jr. had said it before the fight even happened. He pointed out that Joshua stopped an Anu, and Jake wouldn't be any different. He called it a perfect matchup for AJ, both in terms of money and competition. And on both fronts, he was absolutely right.
But if I can beat Jake Paul, then excuse my French, what the fuck is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake Paul? I think my dad said that AJ could beat him with his prick, and I completely will back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't go past a minute. To be quite honest with you, and as a safety aspect, there's no way that fight can go ahead. At the end of the day, my God, how good does it make me look? He gets beat by Jake Paul. Well, that automatically makes me 2-time heavyweight champion of the world, doesn't it? There's no proper way. I've got to laugh about it. How are we even talking about this? He got his nut boxed off by me a little over 2 years ago. And now all of a sudden, he's talking about fighting Anthony Joshua. It's like, come on. Like, you can't be serious. You can't beat me. I'm not Anthony Joshua, am I? So it's just ludicrous. It really is.
Joshua didn't look like someone risking his legacy. He looked like a fighter securing a paycheck while sending a clear message. Still, not everyone brushed Jake aside. One boxing purist said Jake showed real courage by calling out Anthony Joshua. He claimed Jake's fights weren't staged. But he added one caveat. If AJ failed to beat Jake in convincing fashion, doubts would start to surface. After seeing the fight, there were no doubts at all.
I want to change subjects just a little bit here. And Anthony Joshua, there's rumours circulating he could be fighting Jake Paul next. One, do you think it's good for boxing? And two, do you think the fight will happen?
I think it's great for boxing. I think the fight will happen. AJ is 1-0 against these guys that come in to these boxing careers late. So why not? He's a perfect guy to take him out too. He took Ngannou out. Why would he not take Jake Paul out? And for him, he'd probably make more money fighting Jake Paul than he will fight anybody else that he can fight right now. So why would he not do it? I mean, not that he needs the money right now anyway, but if he's going to do something, if he want to get a good win to put him back on the scene, that's a perfect win. You get a lot of money doing it.
Dana White summed it up best. He said it was a bad idea, but everyone would still tune in. And they did because the fight existed right at the crossroads of danger and curiosity.
First of all, kudos to Jake Paul. The cojones this motherfucker has, from a Disney kid to YouTube to he can fight anyone and get views and make fucking money. This crazy wild boy sends out the bat signal, the British bat signal for Anthony motherfucking Joshua. You know how crazy that is? I will say this. I don't think any of Jake Paul's fights are fixed in any capacity. At all. Not even close. I don't get down that narrative. I will say this, though. My spidey senses will go off if Anthony Joshua doesn't absolutely mop the floor with him.
Even the people closest to the scene, who understand influencer boxing better than anyone, said Jake was out of his mind for stepping up to face Joshua. That reaction proved accurate with time.
You see the fight that's reportedly being worked on for December 19th in Miami.
Did I see the fight being worked on December 19th in Miami?
Yeah.
No.
Do you know which fight I'm talking about?
No.
Fair enough.
Oh, Jesus. That's a fucking bad idea. That's a bad idea. But let me tell you what. A lot of people watch that one.
Will you watch it?
Sure. You know what everybody's tuning in for on that one. I think everybody's going to get what they've finally been waiting for.
Joe Rogan may have explained it best. He noted that Jake went from facing a 58-year-old Mike Tyson in what looked more like a sparring session to standing across from one of the most dangerous heavyweight punchers of this generation. Rogan said Joshua knows exactly how to handle opponents who aren't on his level. He remains patient, then finishes the job. And that's exactly how it played out.
Jake is fine, AJ.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
And you know what? I'm going to give him props. Fair play, Jake. That is a big fight.
props.
I mean, AJ should knock him out.
It is a weird one. Like, am I just being stupid? Like, is he not just going to wig him?
AJ
Like,
by Soap being dropped in prison. So AJ by brutal Bonnie Blue scene. AJ by just something vile.
Him even stepping up to fight AJ. Is
AJ two-time heavyweight world champion. Yeah, no joke.
Jake himself acknowledged the size gap at the face-off. He said his eye line was level with Joshua's chest and joked that his neck hurt from looking up. He laughed it away and spoke about speed and timing. But once the bell rang, speed had no place to hide.
Think about Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua.
Boy. Well, realistically, it's one of the craziest propositions of all time. You take a guy who just had a boxing match that looks like a sparring match with a 58-year-old Mike Tyson, and then you're going to fight one of the absolute scariest knockout artists in the heavyweight division. Maybe we should watch the Francis Ngannou fight so you could see. Let's watch that real quick, just so you can see what Anthony Joshua is capable if he's fighting someone that's not in his league. He's so dangerous, man. It's like you're dealing with a guy who's an Olympic gold medalist, and he's enormous, and he's got vicious knockout power, and he's got immense amount of experience at world-class levels. Just think about what we said earlier. Fought Usyk twice. Fought Andy Ruiz twice.
Joshua, on the other hand, said Jake's size didn't matter to him. He made it clear he trusted himself completely. He said Jake could be 10 feet tall, and it wouldn't change anything. That wasn't arrogance. It was preparation.
You look forward to facing off with Joshua. To break down the face-off, what do you think about his size? What, did you say anything? Did he say anything?
No, we didn't say anything, but he looks intense, focused, locked in. He's obviously very, very tall. Looking up, my tallest opponent. My eyes are at his, chest level. But yeah, he's locked in. I'm locked in. I don't think there's fear in his eyes or in my eyes.
Yeah, Jake, tell us the difference between your face-off with Gervonta, where you're a head taller looking down, and now looking up at Joshua.
No, it's surreal. All of it is very, very funny. And my neck started to hurt after looking up for a little bit. But this is what we signed up for, and he's very tall, but that means I can use my speed and my size to my advantage as well.
Jake, what type of journey has it been for you to start all the way from fighting guys like Ben Askren, rising all the way up to Anthony Joshua? Just explain quickly that journey where he was a fighter.
Eddie Hearn left no room for doubt. He said Jake was out of his mind. He said Jake had zero chance. He said Joshua would break him down completely. He called it huge money for a straightforward fight. And he said the moment AJ landed clean on the chin, it would be over. He was right.
Very seriously. Are you going to do a lot of film study on him, or are you going to just mostly be focused on yourself in the lead up to this?
A mix, but mainly focus on myself.
During that face-off, I couldn't believe how much bigger you were than him. Is your confidence kind of through the roof when you kind of looked out, when you're looking down on him like that?
This is what I'm going to say. I don't want to focus on it being like about Jake. Oh, Jake's small, so that makes me confident. Jake's this, so that makes me confident. I'm just focused on myself. I'm confident in myself. Jake could be 10 foot. I'm confident in myself. That's what I'm saying. It's not about how he is. I just really like how...
This fight didn't hurt boxing. It made things clear. It highlighted the gap between ambition and experience, between confidence and reality. Jake Paul gained respect for stepping up. Anthony Joshua reminded everyone why the heavyweight division isn't a playground. This wasn't just a show, it was a lesson. If you enjoyed these full fight highlights, share your thoughts in the comments and let us know how you felt about the matchup. Subscribe for more boxing breakdowns, honest fight analysis, and highlights that cut past the hype.
I think he's got absolutely no chance. I think he's going to get smashed to pieces.
Do you think Jake's crazy?
Yeah, I
well,
mean,
I'm
totally. I mean,
yeah.
listen, for us, we received an offer that was massive money and a really easy fight. We were